Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Dr. Victoria Brooks. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about a topic that many men over 50 rarely discuss, yet it can have a big impact on your health and overall well-being. I'm talking about masturbation. Now, before you roll your eyes, let me be clear. Masturbation is completely normal, natural, and in moderation can even benefit your health. But here's the thing. Certain habits can quietly sap your energy, irritate your prostate, or even make intimacy with a partner less enjoyable. And because so few men talk openly about this, these mistakes often go unnoticed until the consequences show up. That's why in today's video, I want to share the most common masturbation mistakes men over 50 make, and importantly, how to avoid them to protect your prostate, preserve your energy, and maintain healthy, satisfying intimacy. By the end, you'll know not only what to avoid, but also how to enjoy self-pleasure in a way that supports your overall health. Mistake number 1, overdoing it. Let's get one thing straight. Masturbation itself isn't harmful. It's natural, normal, and can even support prostate health by relieving tension and keeping things moving. But the key word here is moderation. In your younger years, 20s, 30s, your body could handle frequent release without much consequence. Hormones were high, energy was abundant, and tissues recovered quickly. But after 50, things change. Recovery takes longer, hormone levels shift, and muscles and tissues aren't as resilient. The prostate also becomes more sensitive. If you masturbate too often, multiple times a day, or even daily when your body is already fatigued, you may notice you feel drained instead of relaxed afterward. The prostate might feel swollen or tender. Your pelvic muscles may feel sore, and your energy could dip. This is your body's way of saying, "I need a break." Ignoring these signals can lead to prolonged irritation, urinary difficulties, or even weaker erections because tissues haven't fully recovered. A healthier rhythm for most men over 50 is usually 2 to 4 times per week. This frequency is enough to keep the prostate healthy without leaving you feeling depleted. Of course, every man is different. For some, twice a week feels just right. For others, every other day is fine. The key is to listen to your body. Do you feel light, relaxed, and energized afterward, or heavy, sore, and tired? Your body will tell you the right balance, but generally, less frequent than your younger years is safer. Mistake number 2, rushing. Many men approach masturbation like a quick chore, something to get done before bed, or a stress release with zero attention to their body. The problem? Rushing increases friction, puts unnecessary strain on tissues, and reduces overall enjoyment. Over time, this hurried approach can lead to irritation, tiny microtears in sensitive skin, or even numbness from overstimulated nerves. It can also train your body to associate pleasure with speed, which can make intimacy with a partner more challenging, causing early climax or difficulty slowing down during real sexual experiences. A better approach? Slow down. Treat self-pleasure as an opportunity to connect with your body rather than a race to the finish line. Pay attention to sensations, breathe deeply, and allow yourself time to relax. This reduces irritation and makes the experience far more satisfying. Mistake number 3, skipping lubrication. As we age, natural lubrication decreases, and skin becomes thinner and less elastic. Many men overlook lubrication entirely, which increases friction and the risk of discomfort or irritation. Using a high-quality lubricant can make a huge difference, protecting sensitive tissue and making the experience smoother and more enjoyable. Without proper lubrication, friction can irritate sensitive tissues much more easily. A high-quality lubricant reduces that strain, protects delicate areas, and makes the experience smoother, safer, and far more comfortable. When you combine moderation, patience, and mindful care, masturbation can shift from something that quietly drains your energy to something that actually supports your body, your prostate, and your overall well-being. Mistake number 4, using masturbation as a replacement for connection. Let me be clear, masturbation on its own isn't harmful. In fact, it can be a healthy outlet for many men. The problem arises when it becomes your only form of intimacy. Human touch, emotional closeness, and shared connection are incredibly powerful. They don't just make you feel good in the moment, they influence your hormone balance, stress levels, and overall happiness. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, rises when you engage in meaningful connection with another person. This hormone supports your mood, cardiovascular health, and even sexual wellness. If masturbation replaces all other forms of intimacy, you may start to notice dips in energy, a flat mood, or a lower sense of satisfaction in life. It's not that masturbation itself is bad, it's that the human body and mind are naturally wired for connection and closeness. The solution? Balance. Let masturbation be one part of your sexual health, but whenever possible, nurture real connection with a partner, whether physical or emotional. That balance protects your health far more than relying on a single outlet alone. Mistake number 5, ignoring your body's signals. This is something I see often in men over 50. You might notice a sense of heaviness in your pelvic area, mild soreness after release, or even subtle changes in urinary flow. Instead of paying attention, many men push through, assuming it's just part of aging. But your body doesn't send these signals without reason. Pelvic heaviness could indicate a congested prostate that needs more recovery. Soreness might mean your tissues are strained from too much friction or frequency. Urinary discomfort can be a sign that the gland is irritated. These are not warnings to ignore. They're your body telling you to slow down, adjust your approach, or take better care of yourself. By listening to these cues and giving your body more rest or using a gentler method, you protect your prostate and make intimacy, whether solo or with a partner, more comfortable and enjoyable well into later life. Mistake number 6. Letting guilt or shame take over. This is one of the heaviest burdens many men carry, especially as they get older. Some worry that masturbation is wrong, while others fear it will weaken them or diminish their vitality. These feelings of guilt or shame are not only unnecessary, they can also interfere with your overall sexual health and well-being. The truth is, masturbation is a natural, healthy activity when approached thoughtfully. Letting go of negative beliefs allows you to enjoy it without stress and to integrate it as part of a balanced, healthy approach to intimacy and self-care. Some men also carry old cultural or religious messages that leave them feeling guilty whenever they engage in masturbation. But here's the reality. Masturbation is completely natural. It isn't a weakness, and it doesn't make you any less of a man. In fact, when done in moderation, it can support healthy circulation, keep the prostate active, and help manage stress. The issue doesn't come from the act itself. It comes from how it's done and the mindset around it. If masturbation is compulsive, excessive, or filled with guilt, it becomes a source of tension rather than relief. But if approached with balance, awareness, and self-respect, it can remain a safe, healthy, and even beneficial part of your life. At this stage of life, you deserve to let go of shame and focus on caring for your body with wisdom and respect. So let's pull this all together. Masturbation after 50 isn't dangerous, but certain mistakes can make it less healthy than it should be. Overdoing it, rushing, relying on it instead of meaningful connection, ignoring your body's signals, and letting guilt or shame dictate your habits. These are all pitfalls to avoid. When you replace those mistakes with moderation, gentleness, awareness, and self-respect, you not only protect your prostate and erections, but you also preserve your confidence, vitality, and overall well-being. Here's the takeaway. You're never too old for self-pleasure, but you're wise enough to listen to your body. Take care of yourself, pay attention to your signals, and use masturbation as a tool to support your health, not something that wears you down. I'm Victoria Brooks, and I want to thank you for joining me today. If you found this discussion helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more practical, supportive guidance on men's health, intimacy, and vitality after 50.